Hi guys, so sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I was sick again, but I'm gonna read Batman The Return of Bruce Wayne number 2. So this was published in July of 2010. So Batman, The Return of Bruce Wayne by Grant Morrison and Fraser Irving. Batman, The Return of Bruce Wayne, Part 2, Until the End of Time.
Run, girl! Save yourself!
Grant Morrison, writer. Fraser Irving, artist. Jared Clay Fletcher, letterer. Andy Kubert and Fraser Irving, colors. Janelle Siegel, assistant editor. Mike Martz, editor. Batman created by Bill Finger and Bob Kane.
Rengal Hithelna Uthala Nagre Filnag Richlite. You're awake.
I know that sign. I know. My name. W. What? Who am I?
Shh. A great dark god has set his hand upon you. But stay with me, and I'll love you until the end of time.
Welcome to the vanishing point, gentlemen. In the final instant before universal heat death, time's last chance saloon. The station has already begun its total disintegration process. We still have 10 minutes our time. Archives here store every event that ever occurred. And here comes the welcoming committee. Skeets?
Our host is a bioorganic archivist, sir. Common in the 64th century.
The linear authority has vacated this station. It is no longer safe. The local timeline terminates in 9 minutes 37 seconds. At that time, our anti-entropy Aegis will succumb to the unstoppable conclusion of the thermodynamic process. Universal molecular motion will cease as deadline time arrives. The local timeline terminates in 9 minutes 18 seconds. You must vacate this station.
We traced Omega Energy here. We hope we could use your maps of space-time to help follow a trail.
All station information, the complete record of Universe Zero timeline, is being packed into a black hole for protection. A message in a cosmic bottle. You arrived with moments to spare. Our maps begin with the time point, without duration or span. It contains all possibility. By simple geometry, we extend the point to create a line. The timeline of Universe Zero, from beginning to end. We call this line space A. Vanishing Point stands at its terminus. But there are other timelines. For time extends not only forward and back, but laterally also. You getting all this, Superman?
It's fascinating. It certainly fits with what I've experienced.
And so, plane time, space B, an immense cosmic loom of converging and separate timelines. Each track a new vibration, a separate universe, a superstring on a mighty fretboard. And as I've always suspected, perpendicular to the time plane must be cube time. From where we look flat, even hypercube time. Things live out there, I'm sure. Things with scale and depth and dimensions we can only begin to imagine. I think I had a glimpse of those regions during a recent adventure. An infestation of Hypervana has been detected. The local timeline terminates in 7 minutes, 14 seconds.
Locate that Omega Trail. He's here somewhere. A needle in a cosmic haystack.
A bat nailed to the door of the church. Seems a sinister omen indeed. Perhaps you're right.
I know I am. God help us all. The devil walks among us.
I hear you, good wife Tyler, and all of Gotham with me. But stand aside, and I'll be about my business in the Lord's name. They say Satan is hairy, and hell is exceeding warm, Mistress Tyler. That's what the Bible of Geneva tells us. Would you agree?
That this was Satan's work? I do agree.
Strange, then, that Satan would choose as his weapon a knitting needle, one lightly put to use.
It's not mine. I've never seen it. I tell you, it's that Annie in the woods.
If that is so, I will make inquiry at her door also, in due course. For now, my work here is not yet done.
They told me you were a staunch Puritan, Brother Mordecai. Do you not know the devil when you see the print of his cloven feet?
I am less inclined to lay blame at the devil's door when an earthly explanation is forthcoming. The broth smells tasty. I would ask to sample it, but I notice your iron ladle is missing from its hook. And there I see a recently mended jerkin belonging to your missing husband.
My poor Matthew, I fear the dragon in the woods has taken him as it took those other men.
Judging by the yarn, I'd say the devil's been hard at work here, too. An excellent repair. Although, I imagine Matthew Tyler will have no more need of this, except as a shroud to warm his swiftly cooling bones. It seems the innocent Bact was the real victim here.
But the devil...
Take her, eh? And as for this man, the Flemish painter Van Derm.
It's my job to maintain the register here in Gotham Colony, Brother Malleus. Dragons or no dragons, witches or no witches.
That's enough! Get her out of there, for God's sake! She's not a witch! Put her on trial for killing her husband, if you must. But witchcraft? You were sent from Boston but 10 days ago to help us root out witches in the Gotham colony. Were ye not, Brother Mordecai? Did they choose the softest man they could find? I save my fire for foes who earned it, Brother Malleus. Not widow women, who were most likely beaten by their good Christian husbands until they could bear no more. Good day to you.
Did she name me as a co-conspirator with the Bat in these crimes?
These people are frightened, Annie. Another failed harvest. A few mysterious disappearances. When people are frightened, they turn on what they don't understand.
That Scotchman came to speak to me. I said the Lord's Prayer to prove I was no witch. All the while he had slobber on his lips.
He calls himself the Malleus, the Hammer.
Because he's afraid the witches will discover his true name and use it against him. But I know it.
Annie, there was a place where I first awoke. I have memories of strange signs and a vaulted roof. Where was that place? Why do I remember so little of my life before now?
That was a place in a dream.
But...
Shh. I brought you to my cabin in the woods. Let them think as they like. If they fear me, they'll leave me alone. Nature has been a better friend to me than man. God himself rejected me when I lost my parents during the sea crossing from Bristol. They called us strangers, not saints, like themselves, the good Baptists, and none of them will engage with me since that day. Thus I live, shunned, until you came, and most times I fail to understand why all of this has happened to me.
Then we must have something else in common, Annie. Both of us lost in our way. Make sure the book is drawn in your sketch, Brother Martin. I need to remember it and what I've written.
This will be the basis for a worthy study in oils, Brother Mordecai, such as I learned to make at the table of Van Ridge in Rotterdam. I see you've taken many scars in the defense of God's creatures. How came you to his service?
I'm not certain. I was wayland on the road to Gotham, and I remember very little prior to my arrival. Luckily, my coming was expected.
Here he is, our brother Mordecai, toiling in God's great service.
I don't believe there are witches here.
Have a care, brother Mordecai. The devil never sleeps. You're aware as I am that a witch is known by certain signs, such as the presence of a familiar, or by some bodily malformation. All agree thy speech is stranger, even than the Dutchman's here, as if the king's English were not thy native tongue. Oi, you! Is the Lord's good creation not sufficient? Ye must make a corruption and a mock of it, in charcoals and oil. Ha! Attend to thy vanity, if it so pleases, ye brother Mordecai. The dragon has been sighted in the forest west of Bristol Bay.
I have what I need to continue.
I must go with them, Brother Martin. If there is a dragon, I owe it an apology. Keep my book safe.
Now then, tell Brother Mordecai what you witnessed.
I saw the dragon's 7 heads and 10 horns, just as Scripture tells. And each head, it was feeding on a different man. When the bats came out to hunt, it fled.
Now do ye say the devil does not walk among us? Summoned by what hand? Upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. Tell me what creature born of God did this. Matthew Tyler, just as his wife said. Ye all but sent an innocent woman to the fire.
This man was already dead when the flesh was seared from his bones. His skull is caved in, and by an iron ladle, I suspect.
Enough! Ye blame a ladle for this. A man who denies the devil denies God also.
There's something here, but it didn't come from hell.
I will protect us, Tom, as is my duty to good. Ye will not challenge my authority, stranger. They say an eclipse of the sun will come tomorrow, and this time we will be ready.
Eclipse. There was something about an eclipse.
The devil's false night and day. The old dragon walks by night, they say. But he will find us waiting then.
You're not safe, Annie. This man is a fanatic, and he'll have his witches and devils no matter what. And there's something else. There is something in these woods. It's the same thing that attacked me. When you found me, it wasn't the church who sent me here. There was a dead man, and you dressed me in his clothes. Am I right? These are Mordecai's clothes.
I saw you rise from the water itself. You came when I called, wearing cloth spun in heaven. That's all I know.
Called? Where did I come from? Take me there, Annie.
The hidden people who were here before us call themselves Miagani. It means bat people.
Bat people. Always bats. Of course. I know these caves. Henny, I'm not from here. I'm not Mordecai. I'm somebody else. From far away. And yet I know these caves. It was you, wasn't it? You weren't gathering herbs in the grove when you found me. You summoned the dragon, and it killed the real Mordecai.
They sent him to hunt me. I only wanted to chase them all away. All these pious saints who cut down sacred trees and slaughter the brother animals and steal from the bat people whose land this is. Yes, it was me. I begged my bright gods to send a man to end my loneliness, and you came.
Annie.
I am what they say I am. My gods are not their god, or the devil. My devils are the old lords of the land and the sky, gods of the wheel of time and the never-ending world, and all the spaces beyond.
What did you do, Annie?
I asked them to send an avenging angel. When you came, you rode on its back.
The dragon. Annie, we have to get out of this place right now. There's something down there. In the water. Annie, run! This is no god or devil! Run! Run! Whatever it is, I brought it here. It's my responsibility.
This one's an imp for sure.
No, what are you doing in here? Don't hurt him. Not Pick, please.
It's getting away. What should I warn the devil? It's Master.
You don't have to do this. You have to help Mordecai. The dragon, dear lords and ladies. The dragon has risen from the waters.
Witch! You dare take our Saviour's name in vain? Here! Are these Christian signs, or seals of the devil's apostate throng? Goodwife Tyler spoke in earnest. The source of Gotham's town's ills revealed. And all Brother Mordecai was tempted by this Jezebel to his death at the dragon's claws. There is but one way to end this. Fire.
You don't understand. You have to help him. Somebody help
You don't like that, do you? Annie! Something terrible is happening. The local timeline terminates in 4 minutes. Station destruct imminent. Archivist, you've stopped. Hunter, is something wrong? Annie, this is where she died. Right here. A tiny spark unnoticed in all the cosmic geometry. When the Aegeus fails in 3 minutes, the timeline shuts down permanently. Not even Superman can survive the end of the universe. Archivist! I can't allow you to stop me. I'm sorry. You have no idea what I've just been through to get here. And it's not over yet. So you all just have to trust me. He took your memories, relied on your survival instinct. You've been booby-trapped. Darkseid turned you into a doomsday weapon and aimed you directly at the 21st century. If you go back, you'll kill everyone. Don't do this.
Too late, Superman.
He just stole the time sphere. Our only way back home.
I'm afraid we do seem to be in a helpless situation, sir.
Accentuate the positive, why don't you?
Whatever it is, it's resisting my ring, too.
I'm sorry, Henny. I'm so sorry.
The local timeline terminates in 2 minutes, 3 seconds.
You'll pay for what you've done. I promise you'll pay. You think you're safe, but I know your name, Malleus.
Do it.
Wayne! A curse on you, Nathaniel Wayne. My curse on you and all your kin, until the end of time.
That fall, the harvest was good. Word went around that Brother Mordecai had perished while slaying the dragon of Colony Hill. Word soon became legend. Whatever the truth, he was never seen again in these parts. But the witch was dead, and that year the harvest was good, and the next it was too, and people stayed. If not for our mysterious Brother Mordecai, Gotham might have died before she was born. As for the devil, that was another matter altogether. The devil was not yet done with Gotham.
Annie! Don't forget this time, Man of Bats. He's raving like a mad thing. Let him rave till the sky falls in. The elusive black pirate has finally met his match. At Blackbeard's hands.
To be continued. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. If you have any requests you want me to do, just let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you when I can do the request. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.